when you get to Formula One, it's a very big shock because you have very much cameras around you. You've got so many and they are everywhere. So at the beginning, it might be a little bit difficult to stay focused on your main job. But then after a while, now it's my third season in Formula One, you don't see those guys anymore. You just don't see them. You don't see the cameras. You just are fully in your world, concentrated on what you've got to do, and then it's fine. But I would say at the beginning, it's never really easy. Hungary was a fantastic race. I think it's my best in Formula One so far. I started 23rd. I had a 5-grid penalty because of my accident with Heidfeld in Nürburgring. And actually to start from the last row and finish in the points where I think only 1 or 2 cars retired, it was amazing. And I'm definitely very happy and delighted with this result. Before the summer pause, it was important to have a good race, and Raime also did a good race, finishing 10th, so we got 5 points. It was very important because that was also the 100th race of Toro Rosso in Formula One, and to score points is definitely amazing. So I had a great feeling, and I hope it will continue in that direction for the rest of the season. Those kind of races are never really easy because when you start 23rd before the race, it's a little bit difficult to believe and really believe in yourself that you are going to make it into the points. But still, it's very important to be mentally very strong. So it was a start on the wet, which is never really easy to deal with. But I had a fantastic pull away, and then I could use my cares, take some slipstream, and by the end of the straight, I was already 6 or 7 positions ahead, and by the end of the first lap, from 23rd I was 14th, so it was a massive jump, and I had a very good car on wet conditions. I was able to fight properly with the guys around me, and after that, I mean, it was an important and difficult race because it started to rain and then it stopped again. We were all the time on slick tires, but you know, when the circuits start to get a little bit wet, it's always very difficult to keep the car on the road. You need to push very hard, but still you see that it's raining, so you never know what's gonna how the circuit's gonna be at the next corner. But at the end of the day, it was a very good race until the end. We had great battles with my teammate, with Kobayashi, and all the people fighting for those positions. So to be finishing in the points is always a very good feeling. Yes, the 100th Grand Prix of Toro Rosso, it was important to have a good race, obviously, if you wanted to stay in the memories. And we had a nice cake on the Saturday after qualifying. We, in a way, celebrated it with all the team. And then, obviously, after the race, when we had such a good race, to put both cars in the points, which this year only happened in Montreal, was a fantastic feeling for the whole team in Faenza and also at the racetrack in Budapest. Obviously, during the summer break, it's always very difficult to work and improve your car because you've got a strict schedule with the FIA. You have to close your factory for 2 weeks. You can decide in those 4 weeks between Budapest and Spa when you want to close it, but we will close it on Friday, 1 week after Budapest, and then open it on the week of Spa. So I would say that nobody can work, and it is because of this very difficult to improve the car. What we need now basically is try to give more downforce on the car, continue to work very hard with our DRS, which at the moment is not where we want it to be, but we will get a good step in Spa. And then we need to keep pushing because the others are not waiting for us, and at the moment we have a car which is quite competitive. We can fight against Force India and Sauber, so now we need to improve our qualifying pace, which is also very important, and then I think we can handle it in the race. Everyone loves this circuit, maybe because it's completely different to the rest of the circuits we have in Formula One. There is very long straights, there is very challenging corners like you have in Eau Rouge or Blanchimont, Pouhon, which are very quick corners with, I would say, small runoff. So you've got to have a good feeling and good compromise between pushing at the limit and knowing that if you go over the limit it might be a bit difficult to handle, but I would say that everyone loves it because you've got a little bit of everything. It's a mix of high-speed corner, slow speed, long straight, good opportunities to overtake, and normally the driver sometimes can make a bit of a difference. So those aspects are making it so nice. I think we will have an update on that weekend, so hopefully it's gonna work as we expect it to work. And if it does, I'm really sure we can fight against our competitors and maybe be back in the points.